Welcome back to Firebranch Farm. So it is a beautiful morning and I'm just getting a few things done. Now this container, I actually was going to plant kale seeds that I had, but you know, I just never got them started. And so I went to the garden center yesterday and they had kale starts. So I bought them, and I also bought some violas just because why not be pretty with the productive. So these are some Russian red kale, and you can see right here, got those, and then the little violas that are really pretty. And the violas will obviously finish up at some point, you know, when we get cold. But the kale, I'm hoping by putting it in this container, I can kind of move it. So if we're forecasted a pretty cold freeze, you know, I can put these in the barn or cover them and move them. This is kind of something I'm trying this year to see if I can actually get the kale to go, you know, through most of the winter for us. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this and I'm excited about it. But I've got one more to plant, so I'll have 2 of these containers. And then I've got some other stuff going on as well. This morning I have a big announcement first, and I'm really excited about that. But also I've got some garden update stuff I want to do with you. I want to look at the fall plants that I have going in the garden, talk a little bit about some of the things going on there. It's not all good. Also, there is a pretty good lesson that I want to share with you that I've learned, because you know, things you learn in the garden every year, no matter how experienced you are, every year I think you're going to learn something, and I've learned a big one this year that I want to share. Also, we will go and look at those containers, especially that one I just updated probably 2-3 weeks ago for the fall, and then we can take a look at some of my other containers too and see how that's all coming along. Okay guys, this is my fall garden area and it looks pretty pitiful. It is definitely pretty pitiful. Now, let's see if we can go over here. You can kind of see that I've had some germination of things. You know, right here I've got some tatsoi. I forgot about that, tatsoi. Carrots in there, and underneath there I have a few beets. Now, if you look down here, we've had almost nothing. There's a couple reasons I believe this has happened. First, this was not getting watered properly. It looked wet on top, but I wasn't soaking it enough. And this end gets a lot more sun longer than that end. Also, you can see some leftover evidence of this, but if you look here, see that hole right there? Something came through here and was digging. And I don't know if they were just looking for bugs and stuff in this compost, because it did have a lot of, you know, bugs when we put this compost down, because it's basically rotted down horse manure. But they dug up a lot of the seeds down on this end. So I have very little actually going in here, but you know, that's okay. That's just what happens in the garden. Although, look at these guys right here. These are baby borage plants. Well, this is actually a bean that has come from one of the beans that fell during, you know, when we were harvesting our green beans. But these are baby borage plants. I ripped out the mother plants because they were done, and found these underneath them. So that is really cool. There's another one over here. So as far as I can tell, these are hardy annuals, and if these grow to a decent size here in the next 6 weeks, they should live through the winter, not necessarily grow, but live, and next spring kind of take off from where they're at. So I'm really excited about that. I think that's really neat. I think we have another one over here. So maybe a few. No, this is a tatsoi. This looks like a baby borage. So how cool is that? I love seeing things come back like that. Okay, let's take a quick look here at the broccoli and kohlrabi that I started indoors. They probably should have been out about a week or so ago, but hey, we had 90-degree temps and I held them over. They are going to go out today. This is kind of our last warm day, and then we have a major cool off coming. I'm talking 40s at night. So today is about 93 during the day, and it's a Saturday. By Tuesday night, we're in the 40s with rain. So I actually think these guys will love it. They're actually looking really nice. despite being in these little containers. See the roots? See? They're looking good though. They're just starting to spiral. Definitely ready to come out. I wouldn't want to hold them any longer. So those are going out today. If, fingers crossed, we don't have anything that tears them up and eats them. We seem to have real issues. And honestly, I need a fence around this perimeter. That's on the table for next year. Our peppers are really still doing awesome, pumping out a lot of peppers, so that's really neat. These hot peppers are finally starting to ripen. Look at that. You can see some red ones in there, finally. These are the first ones, but they are loaded. I hope they come through the cool nights and keep producing for us. I'd love to harvest a whole bunch of these for dried chili powder. These are the Zulu peppers. Highly, highly recommend. They are very thin-walled and delicious. I mean, seriously, they're sweet pepper. They're a bell type, but they taste different than a bell, a little bit different. But they're really, really good. And look at this plant. It's just loaded. And then my okra, my lone okra. Look at these flowers. These are actually part of the hibiscus family, and that's why if you see these flowers, they look like a hibiscus bloom. Look at that. Man, they're so pretty. We've already collected quite a few off of this one plant. So, quick story, I had about 4 of these, and 3 of them, actually all 4 of them got eaten down to the ground. And this one just came back. None of the others did, unfortunately. So, I haven't had okra, enough okra to do a whole lot with. But it's been fun, and I'm definitely going to grow these next year. However, this brings us to a couple life lessons. Oh, first, let's look at this melon. Oh, man. Look at this honeydew. This is a small one. This is about the 6th one on this plant. We have 1 plant out here. It's kind of mixed up with the sweet potatoes, but this is all one honeydew plant, and it's a tamdew honeydew. Oh, there's another one over there. But, you guys, this plant has given us 6 melons, and the first one was almost 7 pounds, and they have been huge. These last 2 are smaller, to be expected, of course. It's winding down, it's dying off. So, yeah, tamdew honeydew. Okay, quick update on my containers up here, and I'm not sure how loud the noise is in the background, but my husband is mowing. Actually mowing the first time in 5 weeks, so we have gotten like 0 rain, hardly, in the last month. It's been really, really bad. But we are able to finally mow today. Here is the container I did for that fall container update. And oh my goodness, it has done well. So the pintas are very slow, but they've actually, flushed out a couple different times. And I expect it to grow, I hope a little bit more yet. But this lemon basil, holy moly, gotten huge. And look at that Swiss chard. Look how beautiful that is. Okay. Yeah, that's gorgeous. I need to actually figure out what to do with that. I've never eaten Swiss chard. I don't know how you use it, so I need to research that. The licorice plant is doing really well underneath the Swiss chard, but look at the growth. That has grown a ton. And then we've got our snapdragons, which are probably pretty much, well, no, that's not true. Look at this. It's putting out a new bloom there. So these have flowered amazingly. I'm really impressed with these. This was from a seed packet. Let's take a look at this container, which has been my favorite. Look at this guy. So of course we've got our petunias over here looking gorgeous, amazing. I deadhead them daily. I love that they are spilling over the side. This plant has shocked me. I had no idea what it was when I picked up a 6 flat at the nursery, and I had no idea it would drip over the container like this and trail over. And I love it. I'm hoping I can find it next year. It's called Purple Robe. It's been awesome. So, and then we got our spider plants in the back. And this is what I planted in that video, and it has done well. It's grown about 1 inch probably since I planted it. It's looking really good. So, great container. It's been lovely. There's a bug. Ugh. Blister beetles is what's going on here. Okay, who sees a difference here? From one side to the other side. Now here is my garden lesson, and this is a visual lesson. So let's talk about water and using consistent watering methods like drip irrigation. Okay, I have always wanted to do drip irrigation, but it's always felt a bit overwhelming, and so I haven't looked into it much. I just haven't committed to actually taking it on. But here is an example for you of exactly the difference that you can have. Okay, so this has convinced me. Look at this. Look at this side. Look at the growth of these plants. Look how lush they look right here. I'm talking right in this area. This is a cinnamon basil. Look at it. Amazing. Beautiful leaves. It's so healthy. Now we go over here. Here's a cinnamon basil. Yeah, it looks okay. But, oh my goodness, look at that. And look at that. Now, I do not have drip irrigation. So why are these plants doing so much better than these? Well, let's take a look behind here. I might not have drip irrigation, but what I do have is a leak. My hose, my water hookup here, it leaks, it drips. See? Very slow. We are getting that fixed this fall, but look at what it creates. And look at that. So basically I kind of had drip irrigation going this year, even though I didn't set it up. And the difference is amazing. So guess what we're doing on the farm next year? That's right. Drip irrigation everywhere I possibly can, because the difference is amazing. Okay guys, now for our big farm announcement. I'm so excited about this, and you know, I haven't posted a video for a couple weeks because we've had, well, school started and all that craziness that went with that. I have, you know, a regular day job that I work that's been crazy busy as well. And then we have our stuff on the farm that we've been redoing things. We've been putting together business model, business plans, researching, and it just continues. So what are we doing next year? We are starting a flower farm. I am so excited about this. I've wanted to do something like this for a long time. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. And this is something that just fills all of these goals and things that I've had. And you know, it started with just the fact that I was going to put in some beds in the ground and grow a lot of cut flowers for me, for my personal use. But it kind of, you know, grew from there, and now we are actually, from day one, we're starting this as a business. I do already have a florist that is committed to buying, you know, my flowers next year. I'm going to branch out from there. I'm hoping to add maybe another florist or two. You know, this is just year one, and there's a lot to learn here. So yeah, but that's it. That's what we're doing, and the work begins now. You know, I was actually winding down for the fall season, and things were slowing down, and I thought I might be able to rest a bit. But this has changed everything, and now we are suddenly crazy busy here on the farm. So, but it's a great thing. It's a great kind of busy. So I am going to still grow veggies next year. Lots of veggies. This whole plot behind me will still be veggies. And I'm just going to be doing a lot of flower stuff as well. And so there'll be a lot of videos with that, and a lot of videos on just our journey of creating this flower farm from nothing. We have nothing here, you know, that grows flowers, produces flowers on this kind of scale. And hopefully it will grow from there, and we'll have to do more and more stuff in the future. But that's our big announcement. So in the future, we'll be doing a lot of flower farm stuff. Still a ton of veggies. I'm gearing down my veggies next year, tightening up my list, kind of growing our favorites and things that are easy to harvest and preserve. So we've cut green beans for next year because that just takes a lot of work as far as harvesting them and then preserving them and different things like that. But anyway, I will do more videos on veggie selections for 2021 coming up. But yes, so that's what we have going on the farm. And now I'm going to turn this video off and get to work. See you next time.